Um, so I felt like Microsoft was at a shooting gallery and Microsoft pulled out a six shooter and hit all the targets. And Sony was just back there watching them and was like, "That's nice." Said, "Hold my beer." Pulls out a Gatling gun and shot and shot all the targets Microsoft hit in the same holes that they hit, but then completely obliterated all the targets they made. Man, yo, Sony came out and was just like, "Yo, look, yeah, we the top dog. We the top naughty dog. We ain't got nothing really to prove. We done sold over half what y'all sold. We ain't really got to prove nothing, but we still gonna let y'all know who's king." So Sean Layton comes on stage. He's in this room that kind of looks like a barn with lights and everything. And he's on stage saying, "Hey, welcome." And this banjo player comes out and he plays the banjo, plays the whole song. And I'm sitting there thinking, what could this be? And I had an idea. Then the trailer starts. It's The Last of Us 2. Wait for it. It's in the room that looks exactly the room that the presentation is in. That was already like, all right, I see the attention to detail that y'all doing. Kudos to you for this one, Sony. And listen, I'm a former Xbox playboy. Not playboy. Fanboy. Wow. I'm a former Xbox fanboy. Oh man, that's funny. No, seriously. I'm a former Xbox fanboy, and I gotta admit, Xbox did their thing. But The Last of Us 1 was my all-time favorite game. Greatest story ever told in games, in my personal opinion. When I saw the trailer, when it was just Ellie playing the banjo, obviously, the original trailer of her playing the banjo, a single tear rolled down my cheek because I cried when that game set the standards for me years down, and I really think that this game, that game, it set the standard. You got God of War, and you got they up Uncharted after that. These stories came. But let's get back to it. The Last of Us 2. Oh, so Ellie is just in the barn, and it's an older Ellie now. She's maybe late teens, maybe in her 20s. And she wound up talking to some guy, and I think a mentioning of Joel. He said, "Yeah, I heard a thing with your old man, and, he told me this, that, and the third." I didn't pick everything up until this one woman that was dancing in the barn, because it was like a party or something, a get-together. She walks up to Ellie, grabs her hand, and Ellie has tats now, Ellie is, she's inked. She's ready for the world, She's just, it has made her. She didn't let it break her. And she's dancing with the girl and talking to her. And obviously they're romantically involved. And they zoom in and they kiss. And then it spins around the back of Ellie's head. And then it zooms out. Ellie has a knife in some guy's neck. Oh my God, I love it. Ellie has a knife in some guy's neck. She drops the guy. She goes into hiding. And she's sneaking around this area. I don't want to give too much. I want you guys to see this trailer and enjoy it. But she winds up sneaking around, and basically she's running from a bunch of enemies. There's a heavy enemy who has an axe. Ellie, actually, she has a dodge button. She dodges it, and then she goes back into hiding, and she has like execution. She could stab multiple times, and then she can squeeze in a tight space. And she at one point when she was running from them and they were shooting at her, she went, and I was looking, oh, she better not get under. And then she climbed under this car. I was like, oh, man, that's so awesome. She's obviously smaller than Joel and, probably not as strong, but she's just as strong mentally. She's crafty. So she climbed under it. And so one of the women that was chasing after her, it was a bunch of people. This person in particular was a woman, looked under another car with a gun. And Ellie said, "Okay, cool. I see what she's about to do." So she walks over to the car, looks under the car, and Ellie, I was going to shoot her in the foot, but nope. She looked under, Ellie shot in the head. Pow! And I was like, man. So Ellie gets up, because, got everybody else's attention. Ellie runs away. She gets into hiding, and I don't want to give any much more. I really don't want to give any much more. I already gave you guys too much. I am so excited for The Last of Us. No release date yet. No release date yet. But the fact that we actually got to see gameplay, yes, everything I just described was gameplay. It calms me a little bit, you know? Don't release it if it ain't ready. Just like I said in one of my previous videos from Pop from Fridays. Take your time. Take your time. So, yeah, that really excited me. That's how they opened the show. And I said, all right, cool. This is how y'all setting the tone, because, you know, whatever you do first from the top of the show, they set the tone. And Last of Us 2, boom. Still, we didn't even see no Joel. So, you know, like I said in one of my previous videos, maybe Joel is sick. Maybe something is happening. Joel is like, you're using Ellie mainly, and Joel kind of becomes your Sully, like how Sully is in Uncharted. And maybe the main story is Ellie's out for revenge because she found out some of the original Fireflies killed her mom, and her mom was an original Firefly. That's who I think who was in that second trailer was getting hung, and they were trying to stab her, but they didn't succeed. And yeah, so they didn't really say much in more of the story, but we obviously know that Ellie is romantically involved. And so Ellie's obviously grown, you know, and yeah, I can't wait for this. So we get a little bit of just a taste of some good zombie action, survival action, on January 22nd, I believe, of Days Gone. So yeah, I'm very excited. Sony is just knocking it out the park with these great single player experiences. And then after that, they had an intermission where they had like something outside. It was like a little booth outside, and Sean Layton just magically appeared there, and it was kind of awesome. And he basically definitely, you know, he said something about, he said, yep, y'all asked for it, and we are actually working on God of War New Game Plus. So I really feel like maybe the next month, 2, maybe even 3, that mode might even be in. They didn't give us a date, but this is just my speculation and my guess. So I'm really hoping that is. And then next up, they told us that it was a new look at Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and they said 4 maps from the Call of Duty Black Ops series is being put into this game. And it's Jungle, Summit, Slums, and the firing range. And if you buy it digitally in the PlayStation Store, you can get those maps automatically. And they put those maps in Black Ops 3. Oh, wait. PlayStation Plus immediately, right after the conference, Black Ops 3 is available for PlayStation Plus. Boom. I'm like, Sony, that was just a low blow, man. That wasn't even called for. It wasn't. Maybe it was. But, yeah. Keep Xbox on their toes, man. I really thought that was pretty great. I'm not particularly a Call of Duty fan, but I know it has a huge, huge fan base. And I really think that was good. Shinsuke Nakamura, that's a wrestling thing. Nice low blow. So, yeah. And then we look back at the highlights of some of those games that was revealed for the week. They just gave us a quick glance at Tetris, Days Gone, Twin Mirror, Ghost Giant, and Beat Saber. And all those games look great. And I'm actually thinking maybe I want to eventually, maybe if I get a bigger space, I'll probably get PSVR. Because it's starting to look interesting as we get into the end of the generation. And then we got a quick look at the new Destiny expansion. Wait a minute. This one kind of beat me down. So it opens with Cade. Cade 6, I believe his name is, from Destiny. And he seems worried. And he looks like he's damaged and everything. And then it goes around. You see some awoken character. He pulls a gun out. And then you see a bunch of fallen enemies coming around. And certain parts of their bodies were lit up. And I'm guessing he had a hold on them. And he was controlling them. And he pulls the trigger. And he killed Cade. You know what? I'm hoping that wasn't Cade. I might be in denial. But I think that wasn't Cade. Y'all ain't killed Nathan Fillion, man. He's like him, Nolan North. They're like the greatest in nerd lore. And man, look. I can't wait till September 4th, because if it was Cade, I'm avenging my man Cade. 1 for Cade. 1 out for the homies. He's a robot, so I'm gonna pour out some motor oil or something. I don't know. But yeah. I'm actually excited. And then they actually showed a video of, like, I guess it was supposed to be maybe your character carrying K's dead body. I'm like, yo, they get me mad. They just killed the speaker. What's up with y'all? Why y'all doing this to us? Just to pull us in, you gotta kill Cade? You couldn't have killed Zavala or somebody? I like Zavala, but I don't like him as much as Cade. Cade is funny, man. Let's move on. And then they had another musical performance. A lad came out, and it seemed to be a flute, some type of flute made out of bamboo, and he was dressed in samurai garb. And I was like, okay, this is cool. He played a nice little musical piece, and the trailer opened up, great grassy fields, and you see a samurai on a horse, and he rode the horse, and he sees that it's some Mongolians. They seem to be, you know, coming and trying to take over, and then you have some combat, and he rips these dudes to shreds. This is samurai. This is, just know that this is my speed, and when this game comes out, there will be some coverage on it on this channel. I really thought it was awesome. This was Ghost of Tsushima, man. Sucker Punch. You what? I mean, I knew y'all were a good studio. I don't know what PlayStation is doing. I don't know what Sony's doing to y'all, man. But y'all, in my book, y'all can't do no wrong. I ain't even need to watch that conference. They be like, yeah, Sony conference come out and it's all fire. That's it. Nah, I ain't worried about it. What's it? Ghost of I'm gonna probably buy it. It's cool. They hardly ever make games that I don't want to buy. Even the bad ones, like Killzone Shadowfall, that game was fire to me. I loved it, you know? And so I'm perfectly okay with it. Sorry, lost a little bit of focus here. But Ghost of Tsushima looked amazing. Like really amazing. It seems open world too. It's because it was like a big area. Maybe it was just like a narrowed down area, but it was a big narrowed down area, kind of reminiscent to how Deus Ex is. But it was really good. The combat was nothing to be trifled with. The dude had a grappling hook. He could traverse. He could climb pretty well. And I'm all for that, man. I'm all for that. I thought that was pretty good. So, moving on. And then they just have a random trailer show up. And they show a woman with some gun in her hand. And, like, the world was tearing up, kind of like Inception. But, like, the gun was pulsing. Like, it was kind of changing. Like, it was organic almost. And then you see, like, some shooting happen in the world. And she's grabbing stuff. Like using the Force from Star Wars, and you see her throwing stuff. Actually, it kind of reminded me of Quantum Break, how he controlled time and threw stuff. And funny that I said it kind of reminded me of Quantum Break because it was that game that Remedy was secretly working on. It was called Control. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's PlayStation exclusive, but it looked amazing. And it's in the same universe. Maybe, just maybe, it's in the same universe as Quantum Break. Yeah. And then maybe Quantum Break 2, if they make it, it's no longer Xbox exclusive. But it looked really interesting. They just gave us a brief teaser. I'm curious. It looks like a third-person shooter. I like shooters, third-person, first-person, whatever. I'm down. So I can't wait to see it. And then, so you hear a tussle and you see like something from like maybe a mouse's point of view or something like that. And you see, and then these two guys that are tussling, they bump into a shelf. And you see the mouse look up, and the shelf falls on him. And then you see the camera come out of the mouse's eyes, and it land on him. And then you see this guy get bit in the neck, and he's screaming. And I'm like, well, we in another zombie game? Then some guy comes in, takes off a shot, pow! Zooms in, the guy turns his head. It's Leon! Young Leon Kennedy, Resident Evil 2 Remake, baby! We finally got it, man. The domain popped up just last week. It's coming, it's coming. And it's not just coming, it's coming on January 25th. Yes, that's very soon. Resident Evil 7 came out last year, January. All right, Capcom, I see what y'all doing. Resident Evil, Street Fighter. Could y'all just give the Nintendo Switch a little bit more love too? But I don't want to sound ungrateful. Resident Evil 2 Remake looks amazing. It absolutely looks amazing, and they just gave us a glimpse. And we got about 7 months maybe to the game, so they're going to give us some more. And I'm actually excited that it's finally here. They gave us a release date, so we're going to see more, man. I'm so happy to see that. So then after that, they cut into some guy in the tub, and he was talking, and it was obviously made by the guy who makes Rick and Morty, and the humor was on point. is a PlayStation/PSVR game, PlayStation 4/PSVR game, and it looks funny. The game is called Trova Saves the Universe. It's a 3D action platformer, I want to say. And yeah, it didn't show much, but it had some humor. And it's very reminiscent. If you're a fan of Rick and Morty, I think you're going to like this game. Then after that, they showed us a better look at Kingdom Hearts 3. And yeah, they gave us some of the Pirates of the Caribbean world. And the graphics, what? Like, it looked really, really good. And, you know, I was just thinking about, because at the end of this trailer, they gave us a look of how the Kingdom Hearts before this game looked. And I was like, wow, yeah, this is a dramatic difference. And yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 looks absolutely amazing. We got some on Xbox and we got some at the Square Enix conference. But they gave us the world of Hercules, Toy Story, Frozen, Rapunzel, Monsters Inc. And then, I understand why PlayStation does this. So at one point, people were online complaining about how ugly PlayStation's special edition consoles were. I haven't liked Kingdom Hearts like this, but then I just bought the God of War PS4 Pro bundle, and they made a PS4 Pro bundle for Kingdom Hearts 3. So upset. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You got to go over to the website and look at this thing. It is just absolutely gorgeous, man. Let me move on from this fucking upset. So we finally got some Death Stranding gameplay. I still don't even know what's going on. I don't even know. And we got gameplay. Like, he seems to be, I want to say, yeah, this is Daryl. No, this is Norman Reedus. He's in a world, is like, I don't even know if it's Earth. Because it seemed like they were astronauts in one of the other trailers. And he was just climbing and traversing this world. I saw him in some water, stepping in water. The world is pretty. I have no idea what's going on, man. Hideo Kojima-san, please tell us what's going on, please. I don't even know if it's a shooter or whatever it is. It seemed at one point that Norman Reedus' character attempted to pull out a gun, but the camera panned away so fast. And then it gets to a point where he dropped a picture, and he was going to pick it up. And you know those creatures, those invisible creatures from the previous trailer, you see their handprints in the dirt. And then some random woman comes, stops him. She goes, shh, stop. And they pull back, and they're trying not to get it. And then he finally gets the chance to pick it up. And I don't even know what I'm explaining. Because we still saw gameplay, and there's a point where he went out, and he's trying to, he had the light, like this radar light thing on his shoulder, and he showed the creatures, and they floating around. He was trying to get away from it, but at the end of the trailer, he gets caught by them, and then that's it says Death Stranding. And yeah, I don't even know what's going on. But I can't wait to see more. I'm like very, very curious. And then next up, I thought it midway through that we was going to see Neo. I was like, this might be Neo. That's what I thought Ghost of Tsushima was. But then now they actually showed a trailer of Neo 2. They gave us just a little teaser of Neo 2. Not much was shown. They just showed just the demon with fiery horns coming out his head. And then he broke it out and then swung it like a sword. And that's how it ended. And thought it looked good. The first Neo kicked my butt. I played it for like 2 hours and I couldn't even get off the first level. I said, all right, game is cool, but can't do it. Can't do it, threw my hands up. So I'm excited to see more on it, though. I'm very interested in it. And yeah, and then boom. They ended it with some more Spider-Man gameplay. September 7th, I cannot wait. I'm on vacation. September 4th is my birthday. I'll play Destiny until September 7th when this game comes out, because this game looks amazing. Basically, it looks like the Sinister Six is who you're going to be running to. Mr. Negative is there. And Yuri Watanabe is there to help you along. The combat, this game basically looks like Spider-Man meets Arkham Asylum. And I have no issues with it. It absolutely works for Spider-Man. He has special attacks where he throws webs, rips off car doors, and it's amazing. I'm all for it. This is how they closed out. This is how they closed it out, and I'm fine. I can't wait for the PlayStation. Absolutely killed it. They absolutely killed it. I'm very, very happy to have seen this. I thought it was very, very great. But anyway, that's it though. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And please keep it a conversation. Please keep it a nice conversation. Please like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Follow me on all forms of social media. Lads and ladettes, this video is finito.